Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Resident Town Hall. We just had apps with Angie last Thursday, but I think I scraped together some new topics so we don't have too much redundancy from last week's meeting. One thing I wanted to update you all on is, I may have mentioned it in a previous meeting, but I'll say it again because I'm pretty excited about it. We have an intern starting at Freedom Plaza on May 23rd. And she actually is an intern that's going to be paid by Life Care Services, but she's going to be at our disposal for 12 weeks. Her name's Ashley Freeborn. She will be a recent graduate of USF. Her degree is in aging studies, and she wants to work in senior living, but she's not exactly sure what she wants to do yet. So, I mean, could you think of a better place for her to come figure that out? So she's actually going to come next Tuesday and join our leadership meeting and meet the department heads, and then we're going to give her a tour of the community, and we're putting together a sort of a plan for her for the 12 weeks that she spends here. So you're going to see her face all over the community, in dining, at the front desk, with maintenance, because she wants to kind of learn all aspects of the community, all levels of care, so she can sort of plot out what she wants to do when she grows up. And I told her I'm still trying to figure that out, but I think this is a great place for her to spend this summer and meet all of you and just sort of affirm her career choice, because I know I didn't know what I wanted to do when I first graduated from college. I had an accounting degree. I thought I wanted to be an accountant, but it turns out I really didn't. But lucky for me, our clients with the first accounting firm I worked with were a lot of retirement communities, and that's how I was introduced to this industry, and I'm so glad it worked out that way. Life works out the way it's supposed to. An update on our recent golf cart thefts. So we talked a little bit about, we had some golf carts stolen. Deputy Mary let us know that they did arrest the person that stole the golf carts from Freedom Plaza, and apparently had stolen them from multiple locations throughout Sun City Center. So he is paying for his crime. He or she, I don't know the details, so I don't want to profile. But the person who's responsible was arrested. Also, I want to let you know that I don't have any details. I will just let you know that in a call last week that I had with the other executive directors and my boss, Mary Mackey, we talked about dusting off the chili cook-off event that we used to have before the pandemic, where multiple communities got together and we had a cook-off and lots of entertainment and good food. So we are going to dust off that event and get it scheduled. I'm not sure when or where, but we will keep you all posted when we get more details on that. The last thing I want to update you all on is, I did mention this Thursday at Appetizers with Angie, was that we had a JCAHO survey at Plaza West last week on Thursday and Friday. And JCAHO is a quality accreditation that's pretty highly regarded in the healthcare industry. A lot of hospitals have the JCAHO accreditation. Nursing homes can have the JCAHO accreditation. All different kinds of healthcare entities can pursue this. And we had a 2-day survey at Plaza West. There were 7 low scope, is how they call it, or very low severity areas identified. Things with eye wash stations and not abbreviating things on discharge plans for residents, like everything needs to be spelled out. Everything was really low severity, and the surveyor actually told Chris Grella that that was the lowest number of issues identified that she's ever given on an initial survey. So that's pretty impressive, because we were really nervous going into it. We had about a month to prepare for the survey, and the team worked really hard, so we were happy with the outcome there. So once we submit our plan of correction to JCAHO, we should be seeing that accreditation here in the near future. So I'm really excited about that. Lastly, I'll just give an update on who's going to talk today. So Chris is going to come up and give a sales update for sales and marketing. Yay, Chris. Teresa is going to come up and give an update on dining and what's going on in dining services. And then Andrika from Innovative Home Services is going to share some new things that that department's going to be offering. So I don't see Teresa yet, so I'll call Chris up to give her to give his sales update.
You can clap.
Chris likes applause.
Well, you know, if I'm not getting paid, I need words of affirmation, right? No, I'm just kidding. No, just a few things, not a lot this morning. The first thing is we have a marketing event next week. I'm going to reach out to a few residents if you all would like to join. We need it to be an Ask the Experts event. We're going to have 4 or 5 residents sitting at a panel table, if you will, answering questions from prospective residents. So it should be a great event. It is next Thursday, starting at 11 a.m. If you would like to be on that panel, you think you have something to offer, reach out to Tiffany. Again, we're only looking for maybe 4 or 5 people at the most, so if you don't get picked, we'll use you for another event, but would love to have you reach out. Better yet, if you have folks that you've talked to in Sun City Center and the surrounding area that would like to attend, let us know. We want them to hear from you all firsthand. It's great. I will spend maybe 5 minutes talking, and then the rest of the time will be 100% resident driven. So it should be a pretty cool event. Then later in the month, we're going to have the same thing, but we're going to have some of the leaders from the community directors doing the same exact thing. So it should be a neat opportunity to get in front of some folks that maybe they don't always get in front of. So those are a few things. Currently, we should have 2, maybe 3 closings already completed for the quarter. So we just started May. Our budget for last month was 2. We did hit 2 sales last month. Budget for this month is 5, and we should already have our first one closed for this month as well. So we're hoping, and we should be on pace to achieve budget. But with that said, I think I told you all last month, but through the end of June, anyone who signs up that you all referred, you all will receive $5,000. So we are keeping that going, so make sure you refer folks, bring them to us. We do our best not to twist their arm, but we do urge them pretty heavily to come out. So those are a few things that's going on with marketing. As always, if there's ever any suggestions that you have for us, we want to take it and try to do just different things with it throughout the time. The one thing that you all can help us with, we've got a little stack back here, and we will give you more. These are review cards. Review Freedom Plaza. Follow us on Facebook. I know most of you, many of you may, but based on the number of likes that we have, most of you do not follow us on Facebook. So if you are on Facebook, I'm not saying that you have to get on there, but if you're already on there, follow Freedom Plaza. It's also a great place as we're constantly adding more and more stuff to our Facebook account. Your loved ones can see what's going on. It's another opportunity for them to see events, those type of things. So encourage your loved ones to also follow us. But this is Google. So this is step-by-step directions on how to leave a review. If your family members would like to leave a review, if you would like to leave a review, if you need help, reach out to the marketing team, and we're happy to help. But leave a review of Freedom Plaza on there. It's a great way for folks to go on there and look. I know myself, before I buy a product online, if I'm looking on Amazon, anywhere, before I buy something, I check out the review. And I don't always look at just the 5-star. I go to the lowest reviews and then kind of compare the both. So a lot of folks are going to do the same thing to Freedom Plaza, especially people moving from outside of the area. So it's a great way for us to help get our name out there as well. Because we all want more people to move in, right? I mean, that's the thing. That helps each and every one of us, the more people that we get moving in and helping fill up some of the vacancies. So with that said, is there any questions for marketing for myself at all? No? Yes?
What's our current occupancy?
Current occupancy. Good question. We're setting around 86, 87% occupied, give or take depending on which day and how healthy you all stay. We want to be a lot more than that, but that's where we're at as of today. Yes, sir.
What is the historic occupancy rate?
What is the historic occupancy rate? You know, I can only speak based on since I've been here. Normally we hover right around the 90% mark. We've been up 92, 93%, but you know, we've been a little lower as well. But right around the 90% mark in the last 7 years since I've been here is pretty standard. Any other questions? And again, you all know how to get that occupancy up, right? From you all, we just need help. Just if you don't know anyone to refer, just speak good words. When you're out at Walgreens standing in line, because you know sometimes you sit in that line for a good hour and a half, right? Because that's the Walgreens that I go to, so I know. Just talk about Freedom Plaza. Wear your badge out. You know, wear your name tag out, and folks will say, "You live at Freedom Plaza, really?" And then just tell them some good stuff about it. Really, believe it or not, that goes a long way. But thank you all. Have a good rest of your day, and enjoy.
All right, we'll turn it over to Teresa.
Thank you.
Good morning. How are y'all today? Good. So I wanted to touch base on a few things going on in dining. First, we have, and you know, in the past, I think 4 or 5 weeks, we have taken off one of the main entrees to help us with production, but we are adding on some upgraded choices. We're looking at quality versus quantity on the menu. This week we have ribs on every day. Last night it was very well received. How did y'all like the ribs last night? Good. Do you like that option to have it like all week as a weekly? We also had it paired against swordfish, which is a nicer selection of fish. We really want to start focusing on your center plate versus everything else, because that's why you come to dinner, right? Some things that we're also we're going to be toying with, and at the next menu chat tomorrow we'll have on our upcoming menu in 2 weeks, we're going to try doing the carved tenderloin for the weekly. So we're gonna do that as always available for the week, which means on Friday we'll add a nicer. We'll have carved tenderloin because that'll be your weekly, but we're gonna add 2 other options against that. So we're just trying some new things. Scallop season is coming up very shortly for us, and we're hoping to see. You know, we're watching the market, watching the pricing really well on that. We just had lamb for Easter, but we're looking at maybe adding some lamb chops into our weekly menus, maybe our Sunday menu, and some other options as well. And as we say every week in the menu chat, we want to hear from you. If you can't make it to the menu chat, send me an email, drop me a recipe, slide it under my door. When you see me, you can give me a recipe, and we can get those things on the menu. And odds are, if you like it, a lot of the other residents are going to like it as well. Some recipes we try, they're a mess. Very few, but like last night, for example, who had the chicken tortilla soup last night? Did we have it? Did we like that? It was nice. It was a different soup, something different. Oh, we're getting little mixed reviews. Everybody I talked to liked it last night, but that was a resident recipe that we ran. So we are trying to add some more inflated items for you. So please reach out to me and let me know what your ideas and your suggestions are as well. We are still working on recruitment and staffing. We are working with a temp agency now, and we have successfully attained 1 temp for the kitchen. She has been here for a week and coming back for her 2nd, so that is helping us at night. We're really excited about that, and every time she shows up, I'm like, "You're here, what do you need? Would you like a Gatorade? Are you thirsty? Are you hungry? What can I do for you? You want me to go wash your car? I'll do whatever." So she's really nice. She's a teacher's aide by day, and she's moonlighting with us at night. So in the summer, of course, she won't have the teaching job. So we're hoping that she'll be here to take on some more hours to help the stress of the team. We have some long tenured associates in the kitchen that have really been pulling a lot of hours, a lot of 6 days, 10-hour shifts to make sure that we're getting our food out consistently on a daily basis. And we're taking care of them as well. We do have a really a silver lining with everything this month, and I have Pamela up here and Kat. Does everybody know Kat in the grill? Come on up, Kat. Kat, yeah. Kat came to us from Bradenton in November, which was amazing. We're like, yes, come to us. You're already trained and know the system. She started in the dining room, and then she transitioned over to catering and has worked with Rosa, and now has found a pretty permanent place in the grill. And I think you would all agree that her customer service and her ability on the register to help everyone out has been fantastic. And because of that, she has been awarded the Associate of the Month because of all of the positive comments. She doesn't know this. Because of all the positive comments that everyone has sent in on what a great job she's done and the customer service of the grill. So Kat, we really appreciate you and thank you. Thank you for being so flexible with your schedule and willing to work at every position in dining to help us out. So she's a trooper. On the night that we had the Enchanted Evening, she not only worked in the grill and served turkey at dinner, but she changed into her catering clothes and came down to the Plaza Club and helped us as well. So she's really an asset to the dining team, and we're really happy to have her aboard. So thank you. So that is, you know, we have Mother's Day coming up as well, this coming Sunday. I don't know, we don't have a lot of reservations. Are y'all going out to eat? No? I only have about 202 reservations. Our menu is a stuffed chicken with spinach and artichoke cream sauce, which is going to be lovely. Seared scallops with the lemon butter. Those are the sea scallops. And stuffed portobello and porcini ravioli with a savory herbed broth sauce. That's going to be fantastic. We're going to also have some nice accompaniments and refreshments in the atrium from 11:30 to 3. We hope to see you there. If you need support getting reservations, whether it is through Full Count or just speaking with somebody, Pamela is your gateway to that. She can help you, and so can Melly. And let's get your reservations in so we can prepare the appropriate amount of food for Mother's Day. For Easter, it was our biggest holiday since COVID. Fantastic. We did almost about 360 and 49 guests came through, so that was wonderful. So we love to see the family and the guests coming through. We love to see your faces on the holidays. I will be MOD that day, so I'll be out and about in the dining room, and I look forward to seeing you there. So does anyone have any questions or comments or concerns with dining that I can answer for you today? Right in the back. Chris or Jeff, thank you.
You know when I called the what's it called now? The grill.
Grill.
When I called the grill to place an order, before I ever can get to a waitress to take my order, there's a long dissertation on COVID, and I don't think we need that.
Oh, it's on the recording?
It's on the recording.
Yeah, it's on the recording.
And it's frustrating. It gets on my nerves.
That's something with our phones, so okay, we'll look into that. I think that's everywhere, even if you call the front desk and you're on hold. Yeah, when it's on hold. Okay, thank you. We'll look into that. I think that's mixtapes. Anything else? Asian food. That's another thing too. We're looking at possibly doing, and you know, this is a good opportunity to bring it up, but we'd love to do like a themed night, maybe on Thursdays. We look at Thursdays to be a really good day for us to do that with other events that are going on. But an Italian night, an Asian night, maybe a Mexican night. But that would mean that your menu would be pretty much streamlined to those items, and we would have everything tailored to that type of cuisine. Would y'all like that, to see something like that in the dining room? Yes. Can I get a raise of hands on who would like that? Okay, that's a good amount, so that's good. So we're gonna look at starting to roll something like that out here in the next month. We have been talking about it. You know, even though we're very, very light on staff, we're about 60% capacity with our staff right now, we are really trying to make the most of what we do have and trying to still bring some fun and entertaining meals to you and do as best as we can to accommodate and you know, make you happy on a daily basis. So It's important for you to let us know too if we do have a miss. We want to know the misses as well as the hits. So, we're only as good as our last meal, and not every day is going to be a great meal. And I know that because last night when I got home, my husband burned the meatloaf. And I wasn't too happy, so he's in the doghouse, so I get it. He gets it, actually. Now he understands what I feel like every day. So, if there's no other questions for me, I'm going to turn it over to... Oh, Andrika. Oh, wait, I have another question. I'm so sorry, Andrika.
I'm going to give you the microphone.
Sound level during the times that there are heavy traffic in the dining room, like 5 o'clock. Is there any way is there any new way to cut down the sound level so we could communicate better around the table?
The sound. Okay.
So we're saying that the sound in the dining room when it's at capacity is very loud. To the Nile small room. Do we have? Turn down your hearing aid.
Turn down your hearing aid.
That was not me. That was coming from another resident. I mean, honestly, I would just take them out if I didn't want to hear somebody, but that's just me. We are, a lot of times the smaller rooms, some residents say that the smaller rooms are better for hearing, some say the larger rooms are, so you really have to find a room that's going to work best for you. I know sitting next to a wall is also another option that I've heard from residents, if you're sitting next to the wall so the sound has something to bounce off of. We can work with you individually to try to find a better space for you in the dining room that would be more accommodating. I know that we have talked about getting like white noise in the dining room. You're all familiar with the white noise, and it's almost like it's a sound that you're not going to hear, but it's going to drown out everything else. It's quite remarkable. But we've talked to some other communities to see if they've had it and it's worked, and is it worth putting in. Let's just work one-on-one, maybe with you right now, until we can come to some agreement how we can maybe address this in the future. Okay?
Thank you.
Else? We have someone over here. Who do we have over here?
Right here.
Oh, okay. There we go.
The first time I tried to make reservations for Mother's Day, the portal gave the message that I couldn't do that. So later on I went back on, I could make a reservation, but the only times available were 2:30 and 3 o'clock. Which I figured that must be some new system you were putting in. If it's not, that may be the reason why you don't have a lot of reservations.
Yeah, I'm going to give it to Pam in 1 second, but it is a one meal day on Mother's Day, so the meal times reservations are from 12, last reservation at 3:30. So I'm going to give it to Pam, and she's going to explain that process.
So while several residents have come to me when they have issues, and certain things are easily solved, like let's scroll down, let's make sure we're clicking the right buttons and the right days. But you can always come to my office and I can assist you with any type of reservations. So if I take a look at it right now, we have had all the other residents making reservations from 12 on, so the system is working. So currently it's all open, it's working. If you have any difficulties, please feel free, my office is always open. And you can make reservations with the hostess. You can leave your reservation in our answering machine. We check those messages daily and we make the reservations for you. Okay, so like anything, if you have any questions or if you need to make the reservations, just come to the hostess desk and we'll be able to assist.
Are you looking for a large party to make a reservation for, or is it for?
And this is the first time I've ever had an issue on
Okay. So maybe we can connect today, so then we can walk you through that to see where the issue is, and it very well could be on our end as well. Anyone else? No? Okay, great.
All right, Andrika.
I'm so sorry.
Good morning. I am Andrika. I am with Innovative Home Services. And I wanted to speak to you, to the residents, for a minute about a new service that we're in the planning stages for offering to residents. Right now, we want to, and we're planning, again, in the planning stages, it's not implemented as of yet, a service to clean your golf carts, detail golf carts, and your cars if needed. So we've had a few residents call the office with interest of getting their golf cart detailed or cleaned. And at the time, we didn't have the staff or any plans in effect for providing that service, but I just wanted to stop by and let everybody know that now that we've had some interest, that we are in the process of getting that service on board for you if you're interested. And once the plan is finished and complete and we have all the details, we're going to send something out so you can start making your appointments.
Any questions for Andrika?
Pricing.
Yes, ma'am.
What would be the cost?
So we're still working on the pricing for it. So we have an interview for a gentleman who's interested in actually doing the washing and detailing, and we're pulling pricing from around Sun City for similar services to kind of determine what our charge is going to be. But I would say for a basic golf cart wash, it's going to be around $35. That doesn't include detailing. Detailing would be more. So that's just based on what we found with some local businesses that currently offer that service. So we haven't finalized that yet, but once we do, that'll be on the communication that goes out to everybody.
Any other questions? So again, as soon as we finalize the plans for the golf carts and your cars, if you want to get your cars washed, we will send out a communication to all of the residents, and you can start making your appointments. Okay?
All right, thank you. So any general questions? I will say Civi is working with Frontier right now. Plaza West telephones have some sort of issue right now, so he's busy with Frontier, but I know they're still working on the grading project out front. I came in yesterday, Civi wasn't here, and I saw all this water pooling out front, and I'm like, is this because the project isn't done yet? And he said, yes, it's not done because there's screens over the current catch basin, so the water's not draining the way it should. But that project is still in the works, and we're putting together a timeline for the remaining projects that we have approved for this year. So as soon as we get that timeline finalized, Civi will give you all an update on that. But things are moving along really nicely with the renovation of assisted living and memory care. We have the designer out and the contractor out, and we're putting together all the information we need for that, and wrapping up Plaza West renovation as well. So everything's moving along really nicely. Any other questions? Well, thank you all for coming. Feel free to stop back and pick up some more snacks or beverages in the back.